it's about the security sector. That is why it is a regulatory authority. For me, I feel like we should not be the kind of people who are, we are self-inhibiting by being our own limitation. By embracing the PSRA directives, I feel that the security sector stands a better chance to restore its dignity. Remember what I said earlier, that for the longest time, people haven't been speaking about security. It's only until when the PSRA started, giving direction, that is when now people have felt that indeed we have security in this country. With that said, I feel that we need to support what the government is putting in place through PSRA and, come to terms. As much as we need to share our opinions, we need to come up with inclusivity in terms of understanding where the regulator came from, understanding the threshold of the clients, because it's a balance. It's not a one-sided game, because you have the clients, you have stakeholders, and what I said, the security people on its own, they are enablers, they are stakeholders, they have their opinions as well, which is okay. What I mean by saying that support the directives of the regulator is that we stand as an industry to reap a lot of fruits, if at all we really understand the good things that are set aside by PSRA. But if we do not enable ourselves by reading through the mandate given by PSRA, then we stand to lose, because PSRA is the regulator. And it is law. So if you're doing something that is against the law, then, it's like you're shooting yourself in the leg.
And of course, it's always good to look at something from every perspective, see who it, favors, who it doesn't favor, what you can work with. And of course, changes can be made with public participation, which is very important, especially when it comes to involving the public, when it comes to these decisions. Now, Sunday, I'm going to be engaging you a little bit here because you are a learned friend. According to legal notice number 125 of 2022, daytime private security guards should earn a minimum wage of around 15,000 shillings in cities. Nighttime private security guards should earn about 16,000 shillings in cities. Now, rates for other areas, of course, is between 8,000 shillings and 9,000 shillings. You do know that, of course, people have different rights, and sometimes when it comes to jobs like this, what people consider blue-collar jobs, it's a matter of willing buyer, willing seller. Are you willing to work with these wages? If not, we'll find the next person. The rates of unemployment is really high. When it comes to, your clients who come to you and they want, to be paid what they actually deserve, how do you go about it?
Thank you. First, this legal notice is the legal notice that is in force. This legal notice was enacted by the Cabinet Secretary in charge of Labor and Social Protection at the time. That's why it has not been challenged in court. It is the minimum wage that any guard in the city or in the village ought to earn. So right now, the Fazul has put in a legal notice number 5 of 2023, which increases the basic salary to 26,000. Additionally, plus NHIF, SHIF, all that will get to 30,000. The good intention, yes, in the sense that we have to improve the livelihoods of people. But it ought to be done how it was done. The Labor Institutions Act provides that when these wages have to be increased, there is a wages council where any person can submit their suggestions, their comments regarding the remuneration of these people. What ought to have been done was that Fazul would have approached the CS Labor, suggested that the pay, that having listened to stakeholders, the minimum pay ought to be 30,000. Thereafter, a legal notice after public participation will be drafted, subjected to parliamentary approval, and then have the effect of being law. And to me, despite the good intentions, despite everything, and I've learned a lot from my brother, and I think he speaks to that sector so well, especially the dignity of those people and the magnanimity of that sector, we should improve, but according to the law. Simple.
According to the law. Of course, there are ways in which this could be changed. Your intentions might be right, is what Sunday is saying. However, you have not gone through the steps that are required. You said something very interesting, Kingsley. You said that at some point, in some situations, the guard dogs earn more than, the human guards. When it comes to these numbers and these salaries, this is what some people are earning, especially in other areas, between 8,000 to 9,000 shillings. This could, in a different context, just be what a person pays for parking in Nairobi city within a month, or even less.
Yeah.
What changes do you feel like should be made in regards to the people that you usually represent?
So in my own opinion, I feel that number one, we need to look at our baselines.
Right.
Where